I was 4 years old when I joined the swim team. When I was 19, I represented my country, the United States, at the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona, winning 2 golds, a silver, and a bronze. My name is Summer Sanders, and today I'm in West Africa. With the help of some remarkable coaches and children, I'm learning all over again what the true value of sport is, and the incredible impact that sport can have beyond the medals. I'm visiting the village of Koidu in Sierra Leone, a community made up almost entirely of children and young adults who have spent the majority of their lives fighting in a 10-year brutal civil war. I'm here with Right to Play, which is an athlete-driven humanitarian organization. Right to Play is helping to rebuild the lives of these children through what might seem to some as unconventional means, by using sport and play.
Yes.
It brings such a new life to these kids. They wake up in the morning and have something to look forward to. We have a tendency in the United States to get so pumped up and you got to win and best time and all of that kind of stuff. But when it comes back to its essence, it's about playing together peacefully and having fun with it and learning to work together, the teamwork aspect of it. And it's building a community, really. You build relationships. You work together. Life in Sierra Leone is only just beginning to return to normal. The rebuilding process is starting with houses and schools, but the more difficult task will be rebuilding the children, traumatized by what they've endured. Boys as young as 8 and 10 were forced into the armies, and young girls were abducted as camp followers and sometimes soldiers. Today, instead of playing with guns, Right to Play is teaching them new games, bringing joy back into their lives, renewing their self-confidence, and teaching important life skills through sport.
Effort, that's it.
Like teamwork, respect, and fair play. Partnering with international agencies like UNICEF, Right to Play is proving that sport is not a luxury, but an important developmental building block. This work is called Sport for Development. Keith Wright works with UNICEF in Sierra Leone.
What we see now around us here is just the beginning of a very long-term program, I think. That social reintegration is something that doesn't come in a few quick years with simple building. What we have to do is to continue to invest in the human spirit. With Right to Play, what we want to do is to expand what we're doing here, to be sure that in several of the most disadvantaged areas, we have kids being involved in sport. Connecting it to the larger world of sport shows that they're not excluded any longer, and that this is not one isolated part of a world that has nothing to do with the rest of the world, and that there are certain standards that the world is expecting now. That war such as they had is not acceptable anymore. It is unnecessary. And if we can help them through the sport feel much less excluded, much more opportunity for a future, then there is more chance that they won't slip back to being encouraged to go into conflict.
Most of these kids are now orphaned and have only each other as family. They are forced to do grueling work for basic survival, like these boys, whose job is to break stones all day, earning only about $2 a week.
They have some money left, then they pay the school fees. But first, of course, it's food and basic care and clothing, and that's why they do this work.
Let's see this. You guys check out these hands right here. Yeah. Huh? These are tough hands. Yeah. Sport and play programs give them what is often their only opportunity to learn and develop new skills, to lead a more holistic life and experience new opportunities. 4-time Olympic gold medalist and Right to Play president Johann Koss has seen firsthand how sport can enhance the healthy development of former child soldiers, refugees, and other children affected by poverty and hardship.
I think nothing can give back what's been taken away from them. But it's really important to know that we have to look for the future. That to give them a positive reinforcement, an affirmation of who they are, to believe that they can smile again. So they can give them a smile so they can be there. They can do what they believe in. You know, so they can grow. That they won't repeat the failures of the past. That they can go in and build a country, a home, and a family.
In addition to running sport and play programs, Right to Play volunteers teach local youths to be coaches themselves, building community role models, transferring important job and leadership skills, and creating a legion of new volunteer coaches to reach more and more children. One of the coaches here in Koidu is Felix. What do you think kids get from sports? What do they learn from sports?
Okay, one is we talk about child development. They develop physically, you change their mental thinking because you impart into them knowledge which will make them grow as good people in the community.
They move the foot so, you press this way, all for this one.
How important is it for them to forget all their worries and all their heartache and things that have happened to them and just come out here and play?
Sport change the minds of people. Instead of you going for evil things, thinking of evil, you know that, oh, at 4 o'clock I'm going to the field to play frisbee. Oh, at 5 o'clock I'm going to that field to play football. Have a softball match. So you are preoccupied with sporting activities. So it changes your mind. You become friendly, you accept people. I mean, you're just friendly.
The coach become a unique delivery mechanism because as we see how important those coaches are for the children, I mean, they become role models. They are the kind of the leading edge to reach these kids in a positive manner. And if they tell them something really, you know, great about how to prevent themselves from AIDS, they might listen. This is the way to make change behavior. And this is the unique system which never been used before. But this is what builds my heart. Knowing that I have child soldiers here who suffer from war. I have girls who's been, you know, basically abducted by the rebels. Knowing that we can actually give them something, not everything. It's not about giving them everything or thinking that this is going to totally make the whole thing fantastic. Giving them that little smile, little hope.
If I was to take something home with me from this, I would take home the kids' faces and their spirit, which you can't measure. Their willingness to go ahead and give it another try. Their desire. Their compassion for one another. And I can't relate it to anything that I see in the United States. It's something that you just can't measure, but it's invaluable. And it's invaluable to them. But when you put them on the field and you give them a chance to play with their buddies and learn new games, oh my gosh, they're incredible. Their skill level is insane. And I'm so honored. I think that's the most important thing. I'm honored to be part of it.